Hey guys out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh chat channel, and today guys I'm going to talk about another segment of tekken cards. These pretty much are cards you can use to replace other stuff that in your deck or to make yourself unique in a way, I guess you could say. Do they work? Yes, they're actually very valid tekken cards, so that's why I say that. Otherwise, I won't show these to you. But today we're going to talk about replacements for Solemn Judgment mostly. Why? Because people have been wanting replacements for Solemn Judgment, and I kind of found some decent replacements. They're not as good as Solemn Judgment, but I never liked Solemn Judgment for a long time because I had to pay half my life points, and if it was the beginning of the duel and they got a big monster out and I wanted to Solemn Judgment it, or I wanted to stop the negation of a dark hole, sometimes it wasn't worth paying half my life points. Most sometimes it was. But these are some good replacements that you don't have to pay half your life points for, and they kind of do the same thing, which I'll go over. So let's get started, guys, for Tekken cards. So the two cards, it's out of focus. There we go. The two Tekken cards I'm going to talk about today, you've probably seen these two cards before. We have Dark Illusion, and we have XYZ Reflect. These are both counter trap cards, same as Solemn Judgment. Now, unlike Solemn Judgment could stop, I believe, summonings of monsters and stuff like that. These can't do that, but they can do B. Because with Solemn Judgment, in my world, I would either stop a summoning of a monster or stop like a effect that was going to destroy a big monster I had, or a spell or a trap card. That's usually what I use Solemn Judgment for. These can cover B, but they can't stop a summoning of a monster. Okay. So, Dark Illusion I'll go over first. So, Dark Illusion states, negate the activation of a spell card, trap card, or effect monster's effect that targets a face-up dark monster and destroy that target. So, pretty much what happens is, if say I have Grapha on the field, okay, because Grapha is a dark monster, and my Grapha attacks and runs into a deep prison, I go Dark Illusion, stops the deep prison, and the attack continues. Okay. It's also good if somebody, if I'm running Gravekeepers or Dark Worlds, a deck that's mostly all based on dark monsters. It comes in handy. Yes, your extra deck may not be protected, but your boss monster like Grapha is protected from things like, Deep Prison and Bottomless and poopy stuff like that. But it really comes in handy more than you would think. I run it in my Gravekeepers currently, and I've been playtesting it in Dark Worlds. I like it more in Gravekeepers because Grapha can reborn himself, but believe me, it does come in handy when you're running Grapha and you, a Deep Prison, oh, nope, negate. So it can come in handy, and you can bait your opponent to use an MST too. So it comes in handy. The other card we're going to talk about today is XYZ Reflect, another counter trap card. Also, you've probably seen this card before, or you pulled it, and you probably have multiples of this card, but I'll go over the effect for you guys. This card actually has won me games before, which I'll explain in a second. When a spell card, trap card, or effect monster's effect is activated that targets a face-up, mind you, XYZ monster or monsters on the field, negate the activation and destroy it. Then inflict 800 damage to your opponent. That 800 point of damage for negating it is very useful. Pretty much what this card does, it does the same thing as Dark Illusion, but if you have XYZ monster or monsters, quote unquote, on the field, you can negate the activation of a spell card, trap card, or effect monster's effect that activates. And because you do that, you get to inflict 800 damage to your opponent's life points. What does that remind you of? Gaga Cowboy. That sounds very familiar. You may ask yourself, can this card win you games? Yes, this card can win you games. I've played it with Heraldry and Battling Boxers. Wins games. Wins games like a champion. You activate it, they're going to dark hole you, they're going to do something, thinking they're going to go for the win. You go XYZ Reflector. They only have 800 life points left, and you destroy them like that. Because pretty much this card can win you games, and it's won me about 4 to 5 games before this card has because of its secondary effect of inflicting 800 damage of life points. But this card is good in like XYZ Utopia spam, or if your deck is a spammy XYZ deck, or it revolve, your boss monsters like are Constellars, for example, that rely upon XYZ monsters. So XYZ, your boss monster in a Constellar deck, Pleiades, I guess we can say, you can protect Pleiades using this, or instead of bouncing things back, being scared of back row. So that's just my opinion, some showcase cards I wanted to show you guys. But those are just some general placements for solemn judgment, I guess you could say. They come in handy though. But till next time, everybody, take care, have fun dueling out there, and thank you for the guys' support about what happened, what's been going with me, with my girlfriend and everything this week and late last week. So thank you guys very much for the support. And I'll have some more posts up later this week. I'm going to try to get back in the groove of posting things regularly. I apologize for right now, though. But take care, everybody. Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys.